If you're just tuning in, I'm Dr. Alex Pattison. You're listening to Maximize Living Radio. We just discussed how to begin to eliminate headaches in 2017, but I really want to take our conversation a little bit deeper this morning and really just have you understand how wonderful your body is and how science right now is pointing to divine creation as the cause and what is actually allowing human life to develop here. So let's go through some of the quotes from some of the top scientists in the world. Werner Heisenberg, he just happens to be the father of quantum physics, and he says the first gulp of the natural sciences will make you an atheist, but the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. So this is a guy who has spent his lifetime studying the universe, really getting in deep in what he's seeing and what science is showing is divine creation. Dr. Michio Kaku, the developer of string theory and one of the most respected scientists in the world today, says, I have concluded that we live in a world made by rules and created by an intelligence. Science is pointing to God. And when it comes to our health, I think it's important that we're looking with and working with natural protocols that are in line with the way that we were created in order to promote that health. The top scientific minds in the world are now believers, and each and every day, each and every year, we're inching closer and closer and closer to an understanding of this. So with that being said, top scientists in the world are pointing to creationism, something that we as Christians all believe in. Situation be this. Your beloved father passes away, and he leaves with you his most prized possession, his truck. During his lifetime, your father put his blood, sweat, and tears into this truck. When you see the truck, you cannot help but thinking of Dad. This truck is now yours. And I want to ask you a few questions. If you inherited your father's truck, his most important worldly possession, would you miss an oil change? Would you leave it out in the elements to rust and to deteriorate? Would you drive it like a reckless teenager? And I think most of us would say no. I certainly wouldn't do that with this truck. But what we need to realize is that we have literally inherited this great gift, this life from our Father. And are you doing your due diligence right now to ensure you're not destroying that gift? I want you to ask yourself these simple questions. Do you think positively about your health, your body, and your well-being? Do you take care of your body through regular chiropractic care, having a neurological evaluation, and taking care of your neurology? Do you nourish your body with healthy organic foods? Do you strengthen your body with exercises on a daily basis? Do you expose your body to toxins from chemicals that we all encounter, foods that a lot of Americans consume, medications that you take, or beauty products that you use? If you can't confidently say yes to all of those questions, and I'm sorry to inform you, you're failing to appreciate the wonderful gift that you've been given. What we teach, what we practice, what we allow our practice members to live in our clinics are what we call the 5 essentials of health. Now, they're not our 5 essentials. Talk to anybody who understands the human body, talk to anybody who understands life. There's 5 things that we as human beings must be doing on a daily, consistent basis in order to ensure that we are allowing our body to express that health each and every day. We need to have what we call a maximized mind. This is essential number 1 in maximized living, helping you understand that you were fearfully and wonderfully made, that you were put on this planet for amazing life, that you were put on this planet for amazing health, and it's your job, it's your duty in order to ensure that. The second essential that we have is maximized nerve supply. We need to understand that the very first organ created in utero, before life can even exist, we have to have a brain. First 2 cells come together, one from mother, one from father, to create life, and the very first cells that are created in utero is the brain, and specifically the brain stem. Then from that, you get a little sliver, which is your spinal cord. And then like branches growing off of a tree are the nerves. And then finally, at the end of those branches, grow a cardiovascular system, a pulmonary system, a gastrointestinal system. So from the moment of conception to the moment we leave this earth, it's our brain, our spinal cord, and our nervous system that is expressing and allowing health to exist. Now, most of us that are listening right now have had a cardiovascular evaluation, a pulmonary evaluation, a gastrointestinal evaluation, but most of our listeners have never had the most important system inside of their body which allows life to govern, which allows life to flow the spinal cord and the nervous system. And I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to have that evaluation. But before we get to that, let's get to essential number 3 of Maximize Living. Maximize quality nutrients. If you've been listening to our show for any amount of time, you know that we're huge on nutrition and helping our practice members truly understand this and live a lifestyle that is not being destroyed by the foods that are putting inside of it, which if you live within the confines of the United States, which most of our listeners are right now, most of the food supply that we're consuming on a daily basis is toxic. It destroys our health. We want to show you how to fix that. We want to show you how to maximize your oxygen in your lean muscle. Yes, we must be exercising. It's hugely important, not only for the cardiovascular system, not only for the pulmonary system, but exercise is really important for our immune system, for our digestive system, and yes, our nervous system. If we're not exercising, we're not getting the most out of this body, we're not getting the most out of this life, we're not getting the most out of our health, our innate well-being. And finally, we need to be minimizing our toxins, which is extremely difficult here to do in the Pittsburgh area. If you're listening to us on the radio, on your computer, which I know a lot of you do nowadays, I just want you to go ahead and type in the Environmental Working Group. Go to scorecard.org, and what you're going to do there, when you get there, put in your zip code, and you'll find out that if you live in Allegheny County, you live in the worst 10th percentile in the United States of toxicity. From our water that we drink, from the air that we breathe, Pittsburghers are in the worst 10th percentile. Then you add in the foods that the average American is consuming, how we store these foods, the beauty products that the average Pittsburgher is using, we really begin to increase our toxic burden on our body and decrease the innate healing potential that's inside of each and every one of us. So we need to have a maximized mind. We need to have maximized nerve supply. We need to have maximized quality nutrients. We need to have maximized oxygen and lean muscle. And finally, we need to have minimized toxins. And when we're living each of these 5 essentials, we're giving people the opportunity to express that life at its fullest, to take care of this gift, this body, this life that each and every one of us have been blessed in order to have. So what's amazing about Maximize Living is that we don't want to just help you with your nutrition. We just want to help you in terms of a nutritionist. We don't want to just help you with your exercise in terms of a physical therapist. We don't want to just help you pull some toxins out of your foot, which are really popular with some different types of toxic professionals that you may see. We don't want to just show you how to have a positive mindset. We don't want to just show you how to have your neck feeling better as a result of a chiropractic adjustment or your headaches going away. We want to be able to put all of these 5 essentials in front of you so that you can begin checking them off to really begin to allow your body to get the most out of it, to get the most out of your health, to get the most out of your well-being. So if you're ready to really envelop your life in these 5 essentials, to get the most out of this body, to get the most out of this gift, to get the most out of this life, what we're going to encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call 412-881-4488, 412-881-4488. That number, 412-881-4488. I want to coach you. I want to make sure that we give you the opportunity to get into one of these clinics. Obviously, whenever we discount an appointment this much, the phones ring off of the hook. Some of you have been listening to us for years. You're ready to dive in and really begin to scratch the surface at the potential of healing within inside of your body.